Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time. And today we're doing a bit of a double review, a more fluid review of Transformers Titans Return, Optimus Prime, and Megatron. Yeah, two Voyagers for one, because I've looked at these molds before. They're the same as Scourge or G2 Laser Prime or Blitzwing or Octane. Unsure if Octane's actually going to be released before or after this review, but we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, we'll get on to it. As you can see, I got them both in their jet modes, which is kind of unusual of both characters because they don't typically have jet modes. Well, Megatron does have the space jets, but not usually like an actual jet, like an Earth jet. So this is kind of a first for him, but it works out. As you can see, it's the standard F-15 style jet, similar to what Blitzwing or Starscream or Thundercracker or Skywarp have. So it's a pretty standard jet for him. And you may see the fusion cannon on top. That's one possible way to have it. It comes off very easy. Can actually come apart, or the back part of the cannon just forms a gun for it. And then you can actually put the fusion cannon at the bottom, like so. And that's more for the other mode this has, but this actually does homage animated Megatron a little bit, because that was a helicopter with a fusion cannon at the bottom, so that works too. As you can see, most of the red is stickers, as well as the bits on this panel here and the nose cone. Stickers, well, they're okay, but they do fray a bit. Megatron got lucky, though. He doesn't have too many problems. But, yeah, it is a little annoying, and it's also annoying that the chrome doesn't quite match up with this over plastic. He does have the area where a Titan Master can just plug into his cockpit, much like Blitzwing. And yeah, we got little Doomshot, who is a little red and gray robot, no paint, but he does have Megatron's head on the back. So there's that. And yeah, these two side panels don't quite go together too well. It's a issue with the pin hinges not being set right, which that mold has a lot of problems with. Okay, so on to Prime. A very odd looking jet, you know, very short wings and very long tube. Not exactly a great jet mode. And yeah, the seat and, well, the gun and sword can actually just peg onto the top very easily. Good storage. Again, some sticker fraying problems. It's a little worse on Prime. And one of the stickers for the cockpit doesn't want to stay in place either. Repro Labels does have replacements for them, but yeah, I do like how the wheels do feel like actual landing gear, though. That works. Wings are a bit short. Octane got a bit more lucky with that, but yeah. Oh no, it's okay. Kind of a throwaway mode for Optimus, though. At least the paint is good. Got spot for his Titan Master, Diac, as in Diaclone. And yeah, he actually has paint. He has a silver head and blue legs. A lot more than most guys get. But yeah, he can actually plug in either this way, or you can plug him in this way for his other mode. So it's easy enough to store him in his little spot. And yeah, there are Titan Master pegs on the top of the jet, if you want to have him standing there for whatever reason. Anyway, we'll bring in some comparisons. We got Blitzwing here for Megatron. Like I said, same jet, just different colors. And we'll get to where the one with the actual retooling, and that's Octane, or Octone. As you can see, he's got different wings than what Prime has, and a different nose cone. So yeah, Octone actually looks better as a jet than Optimus does. Of course, these aren't actually modes that these two are known for, so let's get him into the other modes. The ones that might feel a little bit more familiar for these guys. Okay, so here we have Optimus and Megatron in their other vehicle modes, and these are probably more familiar for the characters. We got Megatron as a tank, and Optimus as a tanker truck. Yeah, I mean, G2 Optimus was a long-nosed truck, just as Prime Optimus was, the movies. So this does fit the character a little bit more than the jet does. And of course, Megatron's been a tank a few times over. The video games, G2 again. Various different styles. So it's pretty commonplace. And yes, it's definitely a Blitzwing tank mode. I know. It's what was repainted into Blitzwing. So yeah, makes sense. And yeah, Optimus was repainted into Octane. So we'll get that out of the way. In fact, let's just get the comparisons out of the way. So we got Octane here. And these modes actually look pretty much the same, except different paint jobs. Get Diak off of here. Yeah, you got a couple more spots to pop them on there. But as you can see, tankers are pretty much identical. Just Optimus's wings don't stick out the back like Octane's do. And for Megatron, we'll get Blitzwing in here. As you can see, tanks are generally the same. Turret's a little different. We take that off. You can see Megatron only has that little nub because his fusion cannon's supposed to be the turret, where Blitzwing just got the full turret. So yeah, other than that, and paint, plastic colors and stuff, that's all the differences between them. For Optimus's weapons, you do have the same storage spot here. It doesn't work so well going this way though, so but you can actually plug the gun onto, well, maybe not. Sometimes it's a little bigger than that, but yeah, you could plug the gun in here, plug the sword in here. Got storage like that. And the gun has a little seat for Titan Master to slip into to man. So you got a little turret there. And you got little pegs for the front and back. So if you got another weapon, you can pop that in too. And yeah, you can still put the Titan Master in that same spot as the jet mode. Looks pretty good. Rolls well. Very much what happens if you take a G2 design and give it a G1 color scheme. for Megatron, yeah, you got the tank mode. Yes, you can put the gun on top like this. That's what they say. And let's face it, that looks stupid. So we're just going to take that off. Pop the turret back in. And that looks much better. I mean, let's face it, big giant tank turret, that works for Megatron. You can even take this little gun piece, plug it into the front, make it longer. Again, looks kind of silly, but you can do that. You can also plug it into the back. Less silly, but yeah, better just putting it to the side for now. But there are storage options. You do have a new seat for Doomshot to sit in, so he can actually man the turret. Looks pretty good. Turret has a full 360 movement, and yeah, all in all, works pretty well. It's a natural fit for Megatron. But enough about the vehicle modes. Time to get them into robot mode where they belong. Okay, so now we have them in their, well, basic robot modes, the decided configurations. Well, almost. There is one more detail that I gotta do, but it's best demonstrated because of the feature. Now, some may think that head is a little too small for Optimus's body. And there's nothing wrong with that thought. I think it's fine, personally, but if you want to bulk it out a little bit, just push the grill, it's a button, and boom, you get some extra antenna, which, actually fit along with the G2 Optimus look. But, it's not really something I like personally, but it's there. Megatron has something similar. Let me just get the camera adjusted proper. But for him, the switch is actually hidden behind his chest plate. And just push that down. And then you got these seeker-like intakes on the side of his head. Again, bulks him out a little bit. Although in Megatron's case, and much like Blitzwing, it does limit the head articulation quite a bit. Optimus isn't so bad because there is a swivel that allows the whole... there is a swivel that allows the whole thing to work. So you got a few options for that. And that's one of the really nice features about these two, the options they have. Prime, like I said, you can just leave this down. Once it hooks in, you can also rotate these to the side like this, bring them back. Might have to work with the backpack a little on it though. Rotate. Bring that back. Just adjust the backpack. And yeah, that can look a little bit more like Optimus, where you got the more flatter shoulders, and it definitely has a G1 look to it. Megatron has, well, not as many options, but he does have a really nice alternate configuration where you can take the fusion cannon, split it apart, and then put the cannon part on the side, much like his G2 self. So you can have a little bit more of a G2 style Megatron, which works great, especially since he's getting a G2 repaint from Takara. which is coming next February, so this is a good thing to note for that figure. Now you can deploy the wings if you want and give either one of them a flight mode. So that you have that as far as an option too. So yeah, you can have them with wings if you want. Nothing wrong with that. Articulation's pretty the same. You got ball jointed in the head with the antenna down. That has a swivel, so it has some movement. Got universal shoulders, bicep swivel, 90-degree at the elbow. Okay, a little under 90 at the elbow. No waist, but you do have universal hips, thigh swivel, about 90 at the knee, and a little bit of a wiggling toe. Meg's is quite similar. Full rotation without the pylons on the side. You got universal shoulder. Goes up to that far, doesn't do a whole 360. That's fine. In and out. Bicep swivel. 90 at the elbow. No waist. Universal hips. Thigh swivel. Close to a double jointed knee, thanks to the way the transformation works. And you got movement at the feet, and the tail fins can move and act as a heel spur. So he can actually balance quite well. So yeah, I like that quite a bit. So let's get comparisons in. We'll start with Blitzwing and Octone, and yeah, you can see I got Octone kind of configured the way I mentioned, where like Optimus. As you can see, Octone's wings are a little bit more prominent than Optimus's, and Octone's do not fold in. Blitzwing is pretty much the same, except he's got a different chest, different head, and different paint. So yeah. Oh, one thing to note. Provided I can get... Yeah, Megatron's hips are a little loose. Probably will want to get some floor polish in there. You can also combine Blitzwing's weapon with Megatron's fusion cannon. And honestly, I think that works better than the gray, because the purple and black blend well together. So yeah, you got that as an option as well. I'll probably just keep that on there for the rest of the video. So we'll get these out of the way. And we'll bring in Shiny Prance Optimus, the evolution of Optimus Prime version of the Classics mold. I'll get the wings put back real quick. And we'll also bring in Transformers United Megatron. And yeah, there's quite a difference. I mean, I like that the United Megatron has the paint and the gun transformation, but honestly, I'd say Titan's Return Megatron actually does make for a better Classics Megatron. Although, in the same respect, Classics Optimus, like Henkei or the Evolution 2-pack version, is still the best Classics Optimus available. So yeah, one gets an improvement, one not so much. Still very happy with it. And one last comparison before we go. since I have him handy, let's bring in Laser Prime to the standard release. As you can see, very similar. The differences in the styling is quite obvious, not to mention the differences in configuration works. So you can actually see how they compare. But yeah, all in all, these two are pretty good. I definitely recommend Megatron Optimus if you haven't gotten one of the other two Prime, like the G2 Prime or Black Convoy. He's worth a look. He's a really nice figure. I would still recommend Black Convoy or Laser Prime over it. But yeah, Megatron is definitely a win. I'm looking forward to that G2 release. So yeah, really cool stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and let me know what you think. And of course, subscribe to see more videos. And I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.